Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man. Hey, we're back on whatever the name of this map is. Just kidding. It's Mercury. Yes, it is. Mercury Farms. An alien gym map. And in the last episode, I apologize if I got a little bit cranky about the hedges and things. I was tired and I was getting frustrated with not being able to find my way through. But I did pull out my trusty little Brook machine here, and here's what I've discovered. I can take this little baby and I can I'm storing up wood chips. I need to buy a trailer. I did not buy a trailer with this. Let me buy a tipper and I'll show you what I'm doing. Let's see, does it matter what it is? Yes, it does. I want the one that has the that one right there, not that one. Let's do it. Now, wait a minute. Is that... What does that hold? That holds 21,000. This one holds 31,000. Does that matter? 35,000. Let me buy that one. I don't know why. I think this tractor will pull it. Let me go get the tractor and I'll show you what I'm doing. I made it green because it's forestry. If that makes any difference. But anyway, it's going to help me out on the farm in a couple of different ways. But which way was the store? I found out that the silos don't hold very much grain, so I'm going to have to use Maurice. And I don't want to go in and mess around with the farm because Farm Sim 19 comes out in about, what, 9 days? So a little over a week. So I don't want to go in and mess around with it. I just want to play. So I'm going to put Maurice in and I can just play the game and not worry about it. Not being able to hold anything. Very, very small. I can understand it's a small farm. The silos wouldn't be that big. I get it. Indeed I do. Look at there. Oh, it is a little bit heavy, this trailer. I think this tractor's only a couple hundred horsepower. Maybe 300 at the most. Oh, if I've got it down on the ground. No wonder. Let me pick it up. Let me pick it up. There we go. I had that thing scraping the ground. What the heck did I hit? Could have been a gopher hole in the middle of the road. So I was having trouble getting from field to field. So I'm going to use this thing and I'm going to cut myself some ways to get from field to field, and eventually I'll take the hedges out. And the fields are very, very small, so I'm going to start hooking them together when I can. So if I've got two fields that are real close to each other, I'm going to plow them together into one field. But I'll pick and choose which ones I'm going to do. But let me show you what I'm doing here. Let's start with this cornfield I'm working on, or this one right here maybe, that I'm trying to get on to do my stuff. Let me lower this and then turn that one on. There we go. Just drive up to the old stump. See that pole right there? It's gone. Edge is gone. Stump is gone. Isn't that sweet? Let's take this one out over here. Not only takes, see that tree that's in there too, to the left? It'll even take that out when it takes the hedge out. This is a lot quicker than using a chainsaw, I'll tell you what. Not only that, you're getting wood chips with it, so there you go. It's double duty. Double duty. Oh, I said duty. But notice it took the tree. Well, did it or not? I think it did. Okay, don't hit it that hard. You're going to break it. You're going to break the machine. Don't break the machine. Okay, now this is the test. If I take this one out, I think it takes that little tree too. Yeah, it does, because it's all part of the hedge. But this will give me room to get in and out of the fields. Isn't that sweet? And if you feel like using this method on your farm, I recommend it. Take my idea and use it. I don't care. By the way, everybody, I did break down today and pre-ordered Farm Sim 19. So I'll be all ready to go when the game comes out in about a week and 2-3 days. Now here's the only problem. It would be great if you could line up on this and just run down the hedge line. Wouldn't that be sweet if you could do this? But you can't because there's collision on the hedge. See, it doesn't work that way. You got to get to that stump in the middle right there, because the limbs are tied to that stump. So take that stump out and it takes all the limbs out. Alright, I'm stuck on something. What am I stuck on? Oh, I'm stuck on the stump. Couldn't figure out why it wouldn't let me move. Alright, so this is going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to work on it a little bit at a time. What I probably will do is just make sure that I've got a big enough area to get into each field to start with, and then eventually take these out and bring some of these fields together. Like these two fields right here. Look how small this field is to that field. Could easily hook these two fields together here. Or any of these fields. You put them all together in one great big field if you want to. I don't care. As long as they just have a hedge and not a fence around them. That would work, would it not? I believe it would. Okay. Now, see, I think I can get into this. The problem is, with these hedges, there's only one way to get in the field, and it may be a long ways away. So I want to be able to drive into the field right from my farm. So let me take out an area here where I can get into this field without having to drive all the way around it to find an opening. And I don't know if I like that tree there either. I guess the tree's okay. It's okay. Now I'm getting whiny again. It's okay. Did you get a stump? I get the stump. Oh, by the way, I lost some crops. I lost crops when I got in my this guy. I lost crops because now, if you look, I can now open and close this thing. It wouldn't let me do that before, and I couldn't get my crops out. I had to reset this machine, and then it let me have my crops. So, what have I got on here? Is this the potato guy, or is this the sugar beet guy? This is the potato guy. Do I have a potato field that I needed to do? Is that my field over there? I think it is. Okay, and this is already unfolded. I think these are my potatoes. Wait a minute before I do that. Are they fully... yeah, they're ready to go. All right. Taking these hedges out is going to make it a lot easier to maneuver around these fields. I tried to use the stump remover on the fences, but it don't work. Gotta leave the fences in, I guess. We got a great big gold pile over there. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Didn't go far enough. Somebody said that this map reminded them of Farmer's Dynasty. Take my half out of the middle here. So I got to figure out where to put Maurice. Let me let this guy for a minute. Leave this guy for a minute. I got to get this out of here, I think. But I'm thinking about putting Maurice on the end of here. I'm going to try that. Let me try it. I got to get rid of that other header first, though. Let me finish the job. You know me, I don't like doing this one thing. I gotta do 10 things at a time. We'll get there eventually. So I'm thinking that the other farms I was playing, Robillard in Canada, I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna take this little farm and play it out for the next week. Until 19 comes out. I'm thinking about live streaming 19 when the first day it comes out, and maybe doing a couple of live streams, and while I'm live streaming in the background, that'll give me a couple of days to make some videos to put up on YouTube. If I live stream it, I can get it out the day it comes out and goes live, rather than having to make videos and render them and taking a day or two to get them done. So live stream will let me do a couple of quick episodes, and then I'll start making videos on 2019. See how that goes. I'm going to try to make enough of these videos to get me through next week, because Fallout 76 comes out officially next week, and I'll be playing that quite a bit. I set up till about 2 o'clock in the morning playing Red Dead Redemption. I'm just having a ball with that. Having just lots of fun. I can't wait to do a second and third playthrough of it, because I know that I'm missing quite a bit of stuff. I want to do a lazy playthrough where I just stop, and whenever I hear a gunshot or whenever I hear somebody yelling for help, there's sometimes I'll stop right now and sometimes I don't. There's a lot of places I haven't stopped and looked at the roses or smelled the roses, whatever you're supposed to do. I want to do a playthrough, and I don't know, I'm not saying I'm going to record it. I just want to play the game. And if I feel like it, I might make a second playthrough recording, but Anyway, it's a lot of fun. Just a ton of fun. Okay, now let's see if I can get Stubby to take this load here. Whoa, Stubby. Watch out, there's a combine there. Now, hopefully, this place... Alright, here, let me do something. I gotta get rid of this dang hedge here. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'm just saying out loud. Let me get rid of this header. Where am I going to put it? I can set it right here, I guess. No, it's kind of in the way there. Where do I put the header? Where do I put the header? Well, for the time being, I'll just put it in front of the house. Now I move that so I can move this. I want to get that other header out of there. Over here. This one right here. Pick it up. What do you got parked in your driveway? Whoa. I got a couple of headers parked in my driveway. What do you got? Oh, I got a Lamborghini. What's a Lamborghini? Sounds like some kind of Italian food. Right, now, I'll come back for that in a minute. Oh, I can't get by the dang hedge. Alright, let me see. I'm going to try to do something here. Since this thing doesn't hold much, I'm going to try something fancy. I doubt if it'll work, but bear with me a minute. Let's get Maurice out. Come on, Maurice. And let's see here. Let me spin this thing around a little bit. I can get a different angle. And spin this around a little bit. Hedge is going to be in the way, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to have to move the hedge. Just a tiny little bit. Well, you know what? It doesn't have to be there. It doesn't have to be there. Let me put it here. Let's put it here where we can get in and out easy enough. Drop it right there. Okay, now what I can do is I can do if I do course play, which I'm not saying. What? Whoa, this thing's spinning out. That was weird. Stubby, what's the matter, buddy? You got enough power to move. Here, I'll give you a little bit of traction. So what I'm thinking is if I use course play, then what I can do is I can bring the course play route this way into here. If it takes this fruit, which I don't know if it takes potatoes here, or if it takes a fruit that it won't hold because it only holds 500,000 liters. If there's room for the fruit, it'll drop it. If there isn't, then I'll have it. Uh-oh, poor Stubby's stuck. Then I'll have it come this way. And if it doesn't dump it there, it'll dump it here. That's my thinking. That's my stinking thinking. Get my combine here. Finish filling Stubby up. Okay, now, other thing is, if you remember in one of the episodes, I can't remember which one, I think it was the first one, I flew over, and there's a couple other areas where you have to build something, and I didn't know what it was, so, oh, geez, I just smacked the hell out of Stubby. This thing's a monster, I tell you. This little piece of equipment right here is a tiny little piece of equipment. So I can't remember where it was. Where are the wheels? Is this thing sunk in the ground? Did I do one of my usuals where I stopped up in the air and it sunk into the cement? I bet I did. I don't know. Did I not put the landing gear down? I bet I didn't put the landing gear down. What is the landing gear? Starboard, fast unpack, flight mode, landing gear, Z. I didn't have the landing gear down. I just slammed it in the ground. That's funny right there, tell you what. All right, landing gear up. Close cargo bay. Now, let me see if I can find out where that was. I can't recall. I think it was up north that I found something. That had a building of some kind. I don't know, I hit the end of the map. Hard to tell where the end of the map is. Okay, there's some building stuff down here. Let's go see what that is. I'm going to land in these trees. I know they're not going to be building on the road. Oh shoot, I'm stuck in a tree. Help! I didn't know a helicopter could do that. Okay, this time I better put the landing gear down. I didn't really need the helicopter. I just like flying it. This map is so small. Alright, let's jump up here and see what these things are all about here. Let's see what these are now. Let's see, the farmhouse looks in good shape. Is it just another farmhouse that you're building? Probably. Okay, that's just a building. Just a building. That's probably what this is. Just a little farmhouse. But what are these? What are these? Are these... Oh, is this a chicken place? Chicken coop. Big chicken coops. That's what it is. It's a chicken farm. I got a chicken farm. At least it's not right next to your farm. Well, it kind of is, though. It's next to his farmhouse, not next to our farmhouse. Okay, let's got one more here. Just a barn. It's just a barn. Okay. I think I got all of them. And now we can just come over here and turn this one off. Hide those things. Right. I can't recall. That might have been all of them. But I'll take another gander. Takes forever this thing to wind up. Get them little hamsters going. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Don't make you want to sing hidey-ho. Burns your tummy, don't you know? There was the chicken farm. Let's see what else we got. What's that building over on the end for? Or is that off the map? That might be off the map. I think it is. I'm going to take another quick flyby and see if there's any other places that need to be built. Won't take long because the farm is so small. I shouldn't say the farm, the field, the map, if you will. I still am not quite sure what that's all about right there. I think it's a tree farm. Because if you look, there's not a lot of... There's no special crops, so I can't figure out what it could be other than a tree farm. I think I build everything that I can build. Map is really small. Nothing wrong with that. Not complaining. I'm just saying that it's small enough that I've probably seen everything. Okay, I'm gonna park. No, there's another little spot that looks like a tree farm of some kind down there. I'm just gonna park this thing down in this little area right here. Whoa, whoa. Is there no collision on that barn? Okay, let me get out of here and go over here. What was that? Okay, you know what I didn't do? I just looked at the crops. I didn't look at this area here to see if there was anything special. And I don't see anything. I don't see any trees. There's no fruit that I can see. Okay, there isn't. That doesn't mean we can't grow vegetables, though, because you can do that in a vanilla game, can't you? This is the garden center. Those are some kind of fruit trees. I have no idea if they actually do anything or if this is just for show. And then there was greenhouses over here. These are just normal greenhouses. Boy, it's going to be hard to get in and do stuff with, isn't it? I think these are like in-game greenhouses, so... Alright, let's go back to Woik. Let me find my combines. This one's got... put that in. So, I need to get into the other fields, and that's why I was cutting ways to get in. Let me get that booger over there and see if I can cut a way to get in my field over here. Cut another spot. Did I get the stump? No, I didn't. Let me get the stump. Call this thing Stumpy, I guess. better angle at this so I can see the actual pole. Man, I tell you, this thing's a lifesaver. It works really good. It really does. Okay, I think that's probably wide enough that I can drive through. Let me see here. Oh, I'll do one more. Cut a little way through here so it's easier. Kind of reminds me of the old army stories you used to hear where the sergeant would come over and tell a soldier, dig a hole 6 by 6 by 6. The soldier would dig the hole, then the sergeant would come over and throw a cigarette butt into the hole and then say, okay, now fill it in. It's what they call make work. This is what this kind of is. We'll put all these hedges in just so you have to cut them out. Make work, if that makes any sense. Didn't get a good enough angle. Okay, let me get this out of the way. We'll get that combine going over there, and then I got to get a plow going over here. But I'm pretty much doing my own work around the farm, so it's just me. This is going to make it a lot easier to get our fields done. Isn't this relaxing? It's relaxing. I kind of like these small farms for that reason. Just kind of relaxing. You're doing all the stuff yourself. And now see, that hedge really makes it tough on an angle like that. Some of these fences will come together in one field and some won't. Well, in actuality, they all will. It just depends on whether you want weird angles or not. And I don't think it matters. Because I don't think any of these fields are necessarily square. Some of them are square-ish, but... I'm gonna run out of daylight here pretty quick. Pretty quidditch. Pretty quidditch. I was watching something. They were talking about movies. You know the movie Venom. Now I have not seen it yet. I missed it when it was in the theaters because I'm getting pretty darn picky about what I actually pay $30-some to go watch. $30 is a lot of money just to see a movie when I can buy it for less than that when it comes out. Keep it forever. But anyway, I didn't go see it, so I haven't seen it yet. But if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, it's only 39% Rotten Tomatoes, and the critics are panning it. But it's already made billions of dollars. So you know there's going to be a sequel. They've made a ton of money on it. Which means that nobody's listening to the critics. They're going to see it anyway. Which is normal. I mean, how many of you really listen to the critics and go see a movie? It's very seldom do I believe what the critics have to say. As a matter of fact, a ton of times, if I see a movie that is critically acclaimed, I kind of figure it's a crappy movie and I probably won't go see it. Or if somebody says it's won Academy Awards, probably not a movie I want to go see. Because the Academy Awards, that's just the same old people in Hollywood voting for the same old friends and good old boys that they want to promote. They're not doing it because it was necessarily a good movie. That's my opinion. Anyway, I have a right to have my own opinion. Let's see, what am I going to do with this? I need to get that thing piped down. And then see if I can get in here. So, interestingly enough, we're talking about critics and the fact that most of the people I know don't listen to the critics when it comes to whether they're going to go see a movie or not. They're more interested in what their friends have to say about it. Or, people that have actually seen it and, think the way you do. And that's not necessarily the critics. Critics don't usually think like other people. They have different reasons for choosing what they care to like. But there was some actor, actress, I can't remember, and they were talking about how there was something that they needed to fix in Hollywood, and what it was the fact that most of the critics are male, and so that they didn't think the female actors were getting their due from the male dominant critics. And they're going to do this great big social justice thing. My first reaction was, why would they even care? Nobody listens to the critics. It don't matter whether they're men or women. 90% of the people don't care what the critics think. But anyway, that's why I was bringing that subject up. I just thought it was funny. Now, why can't I get my crops out of this damn thing? There they go. It's got to be in the right position, I guess. Is that all there was? Is that all we got? By God, that was all they got. That little tiny little field. Okay. Now I got to decide which. I might have to get a second combine. Tearing up the field I just plowed. I love Stubby. He's my buddy. He's my favorite. Okay, now let's see. What do I have left? I got corn to get. I've got what is this? This is sugar beets. Now I told you I already lost my other sugar beets, so it's a good thing I got this field. This field, I need to get rid of this hedge, but I can't get rid of the. Well, I can get rid of that hedge too, and these silly trees out here. Damn trees. I'm not a tree farmer. I'm a crop farmer. Get rid of them damn trees. Pardon my French. Pardon my French. Alright. Let's see. Can we get out of here? Okay, I did that one. What other fields do I own? Okay, I need potatoes off of 19. There's a gate around this field for some reason. I don't know, but it's already done. 21 is done. Okay, what else do I... Too many of these little fields. I'm going to have to plow them all into one so I can say, okay, I only have one field to do. Oh, shoot. Boxed myself in. Okay, 18 I do not own. I do own 17. And it's done. I didn't buy 16. I bought 12. It's done. 13 is done. 9 and 10. Okay, I'm down to just a couple of fields to do. So let me get the sugar beet guy. Well, no, it's potato and sugar beet, both. Which one's this one? This is potato. I got to get Stubby out of the way. You're in the road, Stubby. You got to move. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Let's do the sugar beets first, I guess. Where did I put my... Oh, he's in the shed. Making myself dizzy running around. Now that was weird. This thing's acting weird. Gotta be careful. The steering's on the rear. Kind of throws that rear end around when you turn. Alrighty. Let's... Not that. Not that. I thought I had that thing closed. Now see, these two fields can be put together very easily. No, they can't. There's a fence in between them. Alright, so that's not going to work. Now, I haven't bought any animals yet, so but I need to find a grass field and start cutting grass. I've got potatoes and sugar beets that I can mix for pig food. I'm going to have a little bit of grain, but not much. These fields are so small, I think I'm going to start by just doing one grain at a time. I'll just do all wheat, and then all barley, and then all canola, and you're not getting any yield off these things. They're so small. And I'm playing on easy, so I should be getting better yields. I've never played easy before, so I don't know, what the yields look like. I usually play normal. I used to play hard mode. Even hard mode's not hard. All it means is you get less yield, you get less money, you get less of everything. There's nothing hard about it. It's not like one of these first-person shooters that you play on hard mode and you walk 5 feet and die. Anyway, that's going to bring me to the end of this episode. I'm going to finish this out. I may come back in the morning. And what I mean by that is I might let the game go into the morning so that I'm not playing it the night. I can't see well when it's dark. So when you come back, it may be daytime. But and I may cut a few more hedges down while I'm working at night. But I hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you again on the farm in the next episode. In the meantime, happy farming.